Hey guys, Adam here with the GOA, the Goals Summit, and you're here at Holosun booth. We got the AEMS Max. You guys have seen this at a couple different shows. This one's really about to hit the market. Look at the gorgeous sight window on that, guys. So this is a very large version of the AEMS, and I'm going to show you this compared to an actual AEMS itself, so you just get an idea of how much larger this is. So you're going to have a very, very generous sight window. You guys are going to be able to see a lot of things through this. The joke is it gets channels 3, 5, and 8 if you try hard enough. And so it has a QD mounting system, so it's kind of a little bit of a difference there from the AEMS that you know and love. But guys, this is going to be hitting out pretty soon. This is a conjunction with Tulam and Ronin Tactics over there. So look forward to this one being hitting the market really soon, guys. It's the AEMS Max. We also have the Holosun Thermal, which you guys have probably seen a couple times, and this guy is about to hit the market. I know you've probably heard that before, but it actually is shipping right now and shipping even large quantities end of this month. And so this guy has two rechargeable 18350 batteries that you can put in there. You can charge it via the magnetic charging up here. You can also record video and take pictures, which you can get that information off that charging port right there. Controls at the back. You have the ability to do a magnification of 1, 3, and 5x. Ability to change the thermal from white hot to black hot to outline and more. You have the ability to record video by pressing and holding some of these other options, and then go through the menu options as well for other things. This can also be used as a regular red dot. You just pop that guy down, turn on the red dot, and you can use that as well. So that's the new Holosun Thermal. This one's about $1,600, probably what you're gonna see around on the street for, and these are shipping now. And then we go into one that's out right now, and that is the Holosun Night Vision Optic. So again, you have your batteries here. They can be recharged or just replaced, put new ones in. Lens cover, you have the same controls here at the back for the zoom and to change different things with the reticle. You can also use it as a regular red dot as well by simply flipping this down. And you can record video and take pictures and get off there through that charging port. About $1,000, $100 street price, guys. These are out now. We can't wait to see what you guys are doing with them. This is our new Holosun 507 comp. It's a combination with Ronin there, so Tulam. You got the Dragon logo here on the side. This does have our MRS reticle system, so our dot circle and circle dot. Some of you guys really love this 507 comp, but you kind of wanted those different reticles as well, like the MRS system. You have that here. You have this really cool Dragon logo on the side, and otherwise blacked out, that murdered out style there. So another really great option for you guys, RMR footprint as you guys are used to. We also have EPS and EPS carry. These are both EPSs. They also have the Ronin's logo on top. These do have the multiple reticle system of dot, circle, and circle dot. And guys, these are going to be hitting soon. We look forward to seeing what you guys are doing with them. And, let us know what you think.
Where can people find out more about it stuff?
You can find more at Holosun. And you can also find more at Fully Loaded Reviews.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Yep.
Hey guys, we're here with Michael Cox from Cox Arms. He's got some amazing products.
We got a lot of different colors. We're just displaying to show kind of some of the work we can do. Down here we have our 300 blackout. This comes standard with an adjustable gas block and whatever QD mount the customer's using for a can, for a suppressor.
Okay.
Then we have, that's a pistol. Then we have a 5.56 pistol that we're running. This one happens to have our hybrid multicam paint job on it and our battle brake. Then up here we have our 16-inch Guardian. That also comes with our battle brake on there. This has been an excellent rifle for us. For somebody that wants a 16-inch rifle, has been an excellent option.
So when somebody orders one of your rifles, they get to pick, like Cerakote's built into the cost, right? And you can kind of pick what you want. There's different costing.
Yeah, the price changes, but
sure.
Yes, it's there. They can, hey, I like the smoke, so I want this gun with this paint job.
Right on. Okay, cool.
Or I want, this gun with this paint job, and I want a Surefire instead of a dead air QD mount. Absolutely built into it.
And you guys are making your own custom brakes as well, correct?
Yeah, the brake is ours, so we machine the uppers, the lowers, the rails, the muzzle brakes. We got a few other things that we're working on, kind of top secret right now, but yes, we definitely got more coming.
Okay.
So moving on over here, we've got our 20-inch DMR. This is chambered in 5.56. This is a good gun if you just want to reach out a little bit further. Then we're running a 18-inch 6mm arc right here. This is our new fire camo. So we've got smoke and fire. Then downstairs from that, we've got the 18-inch 22 arc.
Okay.
This is brand new, so we're still not. We don't have a ton of these out in the real world yet, but we're trying to get as much feedback off of it as we can to see how the customers are reacting. And then over here, we've got our SBR. This is an 11.5 SBR that we're doing. This one happens to have the B5 furniture on it. And then moving on over to this one. This one's becoming kind of a favorite, a crowd favorite. This is a 16-inch, 6mm arc. This is just becoming a phenomenal rifle for people that want to reach out and touch somebody, have a little more juice than a 5.56. Yep. It's very fast, very flat. Obviously, we have a very strong relationship with Ronin Tactical triggers. So this is their Apex trigger.
Is that
trigger.
new?
It is. The Apex trigger is new.
I was looking at that. The interesting thing about that I noticed here, you can kind of get in on that, is it's really wide. It's a really wide trigger.
It's a wide shoe on it. Yeah.
But I got to tell you, like the feel on it's great. It's really good.
It's one of those things when they first brought it to me and said, "Hey, we want you to test this new trigger."
Yeah.
It's got double redundancy in this trigger. It's completely drop safe. It's got 2 disconnects on it. You cannot outrun this trigger.
Wow,
the other triggers, like the SOCOM trigger, you get a guy with a fast finger, he can outrun the gun.
Yeah.
This trigger, you can't outrun it. You don't have to wait for a reset. You just keep pressing the trigger and it goes.
Yeah.
It's an amazing trigger. At first it was a little different because you're having this big pad on there and everything. But I've discovered that the wider pad gives you more tactile feel.
I agree. I totally agree.
And you get a little more leverage, so you don't have to. I feel like I don't have to put as much finger movement into the weapon. So, in a very slight way, I think it's a little more accurate than the standard.
No,
so
I totally agree. I'm
happy with it.
Yeah, my thing was, again, when I first looked at it, looks. It's one of those things, if you see it like in the store or you see it on a website, I'd be like, yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
No, definitely. I mean, I would drop that thing in a heartbeat.
Yeah, once you run it, it's awesome. And then the other thing too is somebody brought up, well, what about if that shoe falls off? It doesn't matter. You've still got a straight bow right there. You just keep going.
Right. Can you talk a little bit about your bolt carrier groups and all the work that you guys have done in that regard?
Yeah, so we've coined it the Combat BCG. It's built off of the enhanced bolt carrier. And what we do is we get raw parts from our people there over at Azimuth where we get them from. We get them raw.
Yeah.
Then we do some work in-house to them. Then we send them out to micro polish, get them micro polished. Then after they get micro polished, they come back. We do a little bit more work. Can't mess with it too much because it's been polished. But then we lap the gas key. Then we send it out to Armaloop to get it coated. That's a hybrid DLC. And anybody that's been following us a long time knows that we started out with a different DLC coating. I can never leave things alone. If I think there's a better option out there, I don't apologize for it. We'll go to that.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, we're trying to provide the customer with the best thing we can.
Right.
This coating is a DLC coating, but it's a hybrid, and it's not what they call a line of sight, meaning a line of sight can only coat what it can see. It won't go into bores.
Right.
This one goes into the bores. It coats the inside. So we're very happy with this from Armaloo. Then we use a liquid gasket. We rock set the screws, we stake them, and anybody's seen our stakes, they're big and burly.
Yep.
Then we're using cryo-treated gas rings, cryo-treated ejector spring, and a 5-coil extractor spring, also cryo-treated. So it's as close to bomb-proof as we can get that gun right now.
Right.
We are working on something that hopefully we're going to release here in the next few months after some testing. But yeah, for right now, the combat BCG has been pretty bulletproof.
Yeah, and that's one thing I really appreciate about what you guys have done is, honestly, it's with your entire line of rifles. Like, as you say, when mil-spec's not enough, right? Yeah. What I like is you'll see other AR companies and they're trying to, innovate, but they'll end up doing it with some proprietary parts and that kind of thing. These, everything that you guys are making, it's mil-spec. But again, you put the time and the resources, like into the amount of research and R&D that you guys have put into this BCG is insane. Now, what does that get you? It's crazy smooth. Like it is glass smooth, out of the box. We all know, like, if you buy a new AR and it's not broken, you feel the machining all the way through. It's gritty. None of that is going on here. Not only that, these things are going to hold up. What I really appreciate about your rifles, for their price point, I mean, you can get a cheap budget AR, right? But you're not going to have any quality control, really. That's not what's happening here. I mean, you guys, the fit and this thing is so tight. It's amazing, right? The other awesome thing about it is, again, like what you've done with the BCG, this is kind of the end of the world go-to, right? This thing is going to hold up and it is going to run, and I don't have any concerns.
We try our best, but at the end of the day, we're trying to give the customer the absolute best we can give him for his money.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, these are great.
This is our new EMR 1. This is more of a budget-friendly, if you will.
Okay.
I don't call it cheap. This is retailing at $10.99.
Okay.
You get ambi safety, ambi charging handle. You still get an enhanced bolt carrier group.
Okay.
It's not our combat BCG, but it's still an excellent bolt carrier.
Yeah.
You get the B5 furniture. You get 5 different color choices. Comes standard with our battle brake.
Okay.
Mid-length gas system. Still get a range bag, and you get a PMAG with it.
That's
and
awesome.
you still get a lifetime guarantee. This is still an ELF trigger.
Right.
It's their SE model.
Right.
And moving forward, these ones will also have the pad as well.
Okay, cool.
So,
cool.
Yeah, there's this one, has been the one that everybody keeps asking us to come out with.
Yep.
And this is our answer to it. It took me a long time to do it, but we got it done.
It's such a solid rifle, and it is. I mean, honestly, for that price point, like we've talked about, can you go more budget? Yeah, but
absolutely.
Your bang for your buck and the amount of rifle that you're getting here, you're getting a lot more than $1,100. So the fact that you guys really worked to come out with something this good for that price point's amazing.
Yeah.
So where can people find out some more information about Cox Arms?
You can run to Cox Arms, Cox Arms USA. Either one.
Yep.
Instagram gets you there at Cox Arms USA.
Hey guys, welcome to the very first Goals, and you are here at the Night Vision booth. So we have all of our brightest sights that are available on the market, including our optics ready, which we are very well known for, and some of our brand new fiber sights. But one of the things that people are excited to see now here in the open is our optics mounted stealth. So we have those for SIG Sauer products for the M17 and the M18 with the Holosun SES 320. And then very, very soon we are going to be releasing the Glock version of that product. So what's really exciting about the optics mounted stealth for Glock is that with no dovetail needed, that makes the entire install for the sighting system just dealing with the screw for the front sight and then the 2 screws for the back. So if you are not someone who's super comfortable with pushing sights on a gun, that Glock product is going to be a brand new exciting product for you. So with everything that we make, we try and ensure that you can have that lower 1/3 co-witness with our patented domes at the rear, giving you the brightest backup sights available on the market. Now if you want to know more about our stuff, you can always go look us up at Night Vision. So that's NIGHTFISION.
What's up guys, Seth with KCI USA, and we're here today at Goals 24 in Knoxville, and we're showing off a few things. Last year at SHOT Show, we introduced our PC Mag, 30 round for the AR-15 platform. Polycarbonate material with an internal steel feed that's been received greatly. In keys for 2025, just drop that, why not? We're going with our 21 rounder. Why 21 rounds? One, extra ammo is always awesome, but the big thing though is when loaded 20 rounds, you have that little bit of give so you can close, let's say, on a seated bolt on an AR-15 platform. Other thing we have going on is the 100 round 5.56 AK mag. Everyone loves our 100 round for the AR, so we thought we'd bring it to the AK platform with the growing popularity of 5.56 variants.
What's up, guys? Kyle from Anderson Manufacturing. What do you want to talk about today?
Everything.
All right.
Let's go. What you got, man?
So our featured item today is the Frontline series. This is our 7.5, our 300 blackout. QR 10.5, 10.5 inch, obviously by the name. Our Frontline 16. Our Frontline QR 16, it's got the quad rail. And our Frontline 11.5 inch barrel. We revamped our handguards on these, paired up the gas system with the buffer weights, so they come out the box suppressor ready. Collaborated with Magpool, got the K2 grip going, their slimline brace and their slimline stocks. And then we revamped our handguards here, so they got the taper retention system, got the shoulders so that they don't rotate or walk out on you. Good stuff going on with the Frontline series. It spurred from our Defender series, which was law enforcement exclusive. And then we're like, hey, we want to get this out to the masses too. So
Nice.
Once we got the Defender series nailed down, we're like, let's get it out to the civilian population.
What are we looking at MSRP wise, just kind of as a, as a spread?
I'd say from 700 to 850.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Nice.
So still in that blue collar pricing. And one thing I forgot to add into, they got the Cox Arms Warhammer. So that ambidextrous charging handle,
Nice.
with the gas ramps too, if you do suppress it, kind of diverts some of that gas from your face. So
Very cool.
We got the A2 uppers here.
Yep.
Nice little selection. Got the full length, got the dissipator. Got our AM10s, the Silent Ranger, the Breacher, which is a little 12.5 inch, and the Battle Rifle, which is your standard 16 inch.
Very cool.
And then our more budget-friendly options down here at the bottom. These are all utility rifles.
Okay. And what's kind of the price range there we're looking at?
Oh man, usually you're looking around from 350 around 350 to 550.
Okay.
So
That's great.
Yep.
Yep.
These two are two of the front lines we brought back from range day. GOA threw on a badass range day. Big shout out to Opie and the Smokies. Like that was one of the best range days I've ever been to.
Very cool.
It was awesome. And then we got these two Stephen Watts did for us. He's out there at Frag Out Firearms. Man, he hand draws these and then puts them into a CAD file and engraves them. Super cool guy, super awesome to work with. There's no way we couldn't display these bad boys. So,
Those are cool. That's
yeah.
awesome. That's great, man.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Kurt. We got your Coggers over there, but you already did. Check out the video on the Cogger 9C Pro, man. It was an awesome video.
Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for stopping by, man.
Yeah, man. If people want to find out some more, where should they go?
www.Anderson Manufacturing. On all the social media platforms at Anderson Manufacturing, except for X, where we're at Anderson Rifles.
Nice. Perfect. Thanks, man.
Thanks.
How are you guys? I'm Garrett with Lead & Steel. We are an optics R&D manufacturing company based out of Columbus, Ohio. We're here at the GOA show today showing off some of our new additions. The big one, you may know us from our LP1, the Promethean. In about 3 to 4 weeks' time, we're launching the Gen 2. Heart and Stole stays the same, but you're going to get a couple quality of life updates. We've raised the height about 1/10 of an inch to align properly with a lot more magnifiers and mounts on the market. Your ocular lens sits at 90 degrees now to reduce more glare coming from the back end. Body houses some drainage ports now. Aside from that, it's still the same LP1 we know and love, just coming back in stock in about 3 weeks. Our Pandora PB3 with mounts, currently available here for sale and on our website. Remains 3 MOA dot, 7075 aluminum housing. And this mount, made in Ohio, 7075 as well.
What's MSRP on that?
MSRP on the Pandora is about $600. Street price though, you're finding for $350. And same with the LP1, an MSRP of about $650.
Okay.
A street price of about $400 when it comes back in stock.
When we're talking about your optics, I mean, obviously there's a wide range in terms of price points and that kind of thing. There's obviously some budget options.
Yep.
You know, you guys are kind of coming in middle upper a little bit. So can you talk a little bit about, why that is? Like if you compare it to some of like the more like really budget, optics that you can get for $150, $200, something
So
like that.
this is a point of contention for my wife mostly, not for me. Our MSRPs, as I've covered, are much higher than you find our street price. The reason being, lead and steel, we know that we are not a household name yet. So a lot of what we're doing is slashing our own margins to get our product out there. As a smaller engineering firm, we have the ability to adapt quickly, so we're looking for feedback. That being said, about 2 years in R&D in this guy, so we're not beta testing with our customers, but we want to make sure that we're not living in an echo chamber with our products. So that being said, when this initially launched as a pre-order, you're looking at a sub 300 price point. Price has kept creeping up as we've moved to a new warehouse. We're building our own clean room. Staffing has expanded. The goal is eventually to hit fairly close to MSRP, which was set because we know our material selection, our build quality, we know who we're competing against and where we stand. But again, we know if someone sees this and sees a price point of MSRP, the adoption is going to be low. So I've already heard it now with our first optic being out for a couple of years now. I wish I would have bought it sooner. And all I can say to folks is the price only goes up.
Yeah, and I can't say when I was looking at it, like when I look at build quality and the optics clarity, it's top notch. It really is. I've got astigmatism, and so especially with like red dots and that kind of thing, they'll starburst out. I mean, this is super clear. I love the really wide window as well. So yeah, I mean, it's an awesome product, and it is for that price point. You guys it's very competitive. So
thank you. No, I appreciate it. We explored a handful of options, including just white labeling stuff for manufacturers and really gouging those margins. But again, when you get a bunch of engineers in the room, they're going to argue about who can do it best, and it may take a little bit longer than it needs to. But when you can release, a first launch and get the reception that we've been lucky enough to have, it's motivating to just keep going, to keep bettering it, and to keep opening it up to you guys in the community to say, what else can we do? What do you want to see? The Shake Awake was a big one for us, where when we initially launched, we didn't have it. We stayed away from accelerometers simply from a point of failure, where if you can't tell, this thing is overbuilt for the duty crowd. But of course, once we release it, a lot of the community says, well, we want some kind of Shake to Wake feature. So the compromise we were able to find without, really getting into sacrificing the integrity of the optic, but giving the community what we want, is our patent-pending Aura Wave, which ties just that center dot and the circle dot separately. So the accelerometer is only tied to that 65 MOA ring, which circumvents that circle dot. So after about 10 minutes of inactivity, circle goes to sleep, which is the biggest drain on your battery. That center dot is always on. So you have the peace of mind that even if something were to fail, your optic isn't rendered useless.
That's awesome. That's really innovative. That's cool.
And that's something that was driven by community feedback. So again, as engineers, as a smaller company, we encourage the constructive criticism. The big one though that I'll tell you off the bat I don't want to hear is for the price point precursor. Because we aren't looking to make sacrifices, we aren't looking to fall in a certain bracket. We want to bring the best product available, and let us worry about how much money we make on the end of it. But like I said earlier, my wife will remind me every day it needs to be more.
So if people want to find some more information about you guys, where can they go?
Yeah, Lead and Steel.
I'm Dave with Matador Arms. We're going to show off our wares here. I'm going to start with our upper and move on to the rest of the gun here. But the upper's a 9mm blowback. It's a non-reciprocating charging handle, reversible depending on how you want to set it up. It'll run any AR9 magazine you want to use. So if you like Colt mags, Glock mags, MP5 mags, whatever your favorite magazine configuration, it's going to run it.
I think that's one of the most unique things about what you guys have is a lot of times when you lock into like a 9mm PCC platform, you're stuck to a certain mag type. So the fact that this one, you can basically use almost any 9mm mag. That's crazy. I don't know what kind of voodoo y'all did to pull that off, but that's amazing.
I'll show you how. Because we're not a typical AR9 bolt, it's not a rounded feature. It's square. We're able to fit everything up to Scorpion magazines. So it's just a different bolt design that allows for it.
That's awesome.
The back here has got a buffer pad, so when you shoot it suppressed, you're not eating any of that carbon.
Nice.
Then we'll move on here to the lower and the full gun. Our lower is a Glock lower. We're working on Colt and all the rest. But it's full ambi. It's got last round bolt hold open. Our vertical grip. It looks cool.
It really does. Of all the 9mm PCCs that are out there, and there's a lot, these things look really, really sharp. The tolerances are also really tight. I do like the non-reciprocating charging handle. Side charging, that's awesome.
And then everything's made in America, backed with a lifetime warranty. You know, even down to the barrels and springs. So if you outshoot that, we'll get you covered. And the whole thing retails for $9.99, so it's not outrageous. The upper, if you have an AR-9 or AR-15 at home, is $520.
Okay, awesome. And if people want to find out some more about you guys, where do they go?
Matador Arms.
So we are APOD Group Arms based out of Dallas, Texas. We are a veteran-owned and operated business that started about 2.5 years ago as an offshoot of a 10-year security company. Our owner is a 14-year Navy vet and 6-year private contractor veteran from the Middle East who came back after using everything under the sun and says he wants to have something that when he does his contracts or when somebody needs something that's going to be reliable, consistent, not overweighted and not extenuated with excessive things on the rifle, either the rails, the uppers, lowers. He got with his brother who's been in the industry for 30 years and redesigned the AR-15 top to bottom. So what we have is the APOD Group AR-15 that is fully balanced. It's about 9.5 pounds. It is solid. There is no rattle. There's no shake. If you want to give that a shot, one-handed and shake it as much as you would on a milkshake. Tell me what you feel, what you hear.
Nothing, actually, yeah. That's awesome. That's tight. I like the extended...
tactile charge.
Yep.
So here in the future we're going to be having an ambidextrous double-sided.
Yep.
So with the rails, the uppers and lowers, they are all milled out of billet aluminum. They are a matched billet upper and lower that actually is to our specs, to where the actual gapping is literally nothing. So a lot of the noise, the rattle, the flex that you hear is because they're gapped out or they're not solidly on there.
Yep.
So if you want to see how that feels before I play magic tricks on you.
Is this forged or billet?
It's all billet milled aluminum, match billet.
Okay, that is crazy light. Like that feels like forged aluminum light. Because billet's usually a lot heavier.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
It's also pre-milled, so if you want to go ahead and do full auto, if you're the law enforcement or you get the paperwork, it's already pre-milled for full auto.
Nice, nice. Yep. Wow.
So filling that on the 16. So to show you how much weight is actually in the rifle, here is the rail for that.
Yeah, that's nothing. That's crazy.
Just a hair under 8 ounces for that full rail.
Yeah.
It's billet milled aluminum.
Yep.
It's got elongated anti-rotation tabs.
Nice.
Which helps with that lack of rattle, lack of flex.
Absolutely.
Our barrels are stainless steel, nitrate coated H-bar barrels that are hand pressed and torqued to spec.
Okay.
So there's no flex, there's no movement on the barrel.
Dang. Okay. That's impressive.
And when people are curious about that, I actually assemble every rifle so far.
Okay.
So if I can't break it assembling it, it's going to last on the range. We have
bolt runs super smooth,
which is all done in the same factory. From the bolt to the comp to the upper lower rails, everything is done in the factory.
Okay.
Every rifle comes stock with the Gen 3 Magpul pop-up sights.
Okay.
You get a Hogue buttstock, Hogue pistol grip with an additional set of pads, and a 10-round Magpul magazine with a soft piece.
Okay.
That's
What trigger is that?
That is our proprietary drop-in AR-10, AR-15, 3.5-pound trigger.
Yeah, it feels great. The trigger, let me move that. There's no kind of take up, really short.
And a quick reset.
Yeah, ridiculously quick. That's what I noticed. Crazy quick reset.
There are no bearings or rollers. It's all spring. There's no adjustment screws needed. There's no tensioner screws. That is the reset. That is the full lockback. Drops into almost any AR-10 or AR-15 platform that does not require a proprietary trigger.
Okay. Nice.
We have it available in curved and flat, depending on your preference.
Okay. No, that's awesome.
We have our 7.5 SBR. Retail price is $23.80. What you see on the rifles, the Hogue buttstock, the Hogue pistol grip, the Gen 3 Magpul sights front and rear, you get all standards across the board. Our 11.5 retails at $23.80, and our big boy 16-inch standard full size retails at $19.10.
So why is that one $19.10 then?
It's a more standard size rifle for the rail and for the barrel, so when we order the components, they don't have to retool and take a lot longer to get them to the market for a lower volume amount. A lot of rifles, especially for this size in Texas, they use them for boar hunting. So getting that rifle for that size, be able to get that distance, these have been guaranteed that I've actually shot at least 600 yards with this thing consistently.
Nice.
There are, depending on the types of rounds or whatever else you want to try and do for your experience, you may be able to reach a little bit farther than that. I have not gone farther than 600 currently, but that's what I've got guaranteed on this.
Okay. No, that's awesome. And I think what we'll hear sometimes is people, you know, they'll go, oh, I can get an AR way cheaper than that. But the fact that you guys are doing billet, a lot of this is in-house. It's made in the USA, and this it really is. This is one of the most solid ARs that I've picked up in a long time. And what you guys are doing and the innovation that you're putting into it, it's 100% worth it. Like, this is solid.
So there's nothing you have to do with our rifle to fine-tune it. It's the fact that literally you can pull out the packaging when you get it. You can pick it up from your FFL if you don't pick it up from us in Dallas, and head right to the range. You don't have to fine-tune, you know, having the trigger or making sure your gas block is set or any of that accessories that you want to. You can take it straight from the packaging, go forward.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the innovative features we've done with this, just so you all know, is a couple features that we like. We got rid of the pin and torque barrel nut. We actually got a ratcheting castle nut, so you don't have to worry about marring it out, taking that pin, retorquing it.
Nice.
You can ratchet it down.
Yeah.
On top of that, the other thing that we do when you take that nut off is that spring start launching.
Yeah, of
we
course.
actually have a threaded cap nut that goes on top of that spring to keep it in place.
Okay.
Plus the fact on our forward assist and our bolt release, we got rid of those pins, so you're not marring your rifle trying to get those in and out. We actually have dogleg screws.
Okay.
On top of every other feature we have on this rifle, that makes it a lot more competitive on just getting it easy to handle. The fact that if you do not want it to have somebody tear it apart and mar it up and you get it back from a gunsmith, they can easily do it without any ease. We do use Loctite on all our pins and bolts, so it's not going to rattle loose as you do some range time or if you do excessive fast firing. So we make these solid and consistent.
Nice. Okay. And caliber-wise, is it just 5.56?
So right now these are chambered in 223 5.56.
Okay, cool.
So if you have a mixed match of ammo, it's not a problem. You're going to go down range.
Yep.
In the future, we are having development of a 300 blackout to include a larger compensator for the 300 blackout. We have our AR-10 line coming out, like I said, in December, and there's other things in the pipe that we're in the process of developing and engineering before I can start giving some information. But it might rhyme with the 2011, the next step up, but I can't say for sure. Just keep tabs on it. We got some stuff coming
Definitely.
out.
That's awesome. Okay, cool.
So, in Dallas, Texas. So if you're in Dallas area, look us up online. Contact me. My name is Tyson. You can reach us at APOD Group Arms. Our website is constantly being updated. We're going to be adding some of our AR-10 platform information as soon as we get it in onto the site. If you're going to be at SHOT Show coming 2025, come look for us. We're going to be in the new vendor area. It's going to be the first time there. We look forward to seeing everybody. Come on out. We'll get you on the range as quickly as possible.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
We're Gideon Optics. Welcome to Goals 2024 in Knoxville by Gun Owners of America. Today, we have LPVOs. This is our 1 to 8x first focal plane. You didn't know first focal plane means that the reticle, right, what you use to aim, increases in size when you increase magnification. The Advocate 1X prism that has an etched reticle just like a scope does. That means that if the battery goes out or the light isn't on, you can still see the reticle. And almost everything we make, except for the Magnify scopes, are motion activated. We build that into everything. All of our pistol dots, like our Omega, which is a large circular window and comes with either a 3 MOA dot or a 32 MOA circle dot. All in 7075 aluminum housings, IPX7 waterproof for less money than you think, and a lifetime warranty that includes accidental damage.
Nice. Where can people find out more about you guys?
Oh, you can go to Gideon Optics. Please go subscribe to Gideon Optics on YouTube or Instagram or Twitter. Gideon Optics, all one word.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Austin with Stern Events. We're here at GOA Goals, booth 431. We're here showcasing our RABAD. Our rapid attach buttstock adapter captures your recoil assembly within your buffer tube, allows you to quickly disassemble and reassemble your rifle for lays down flat. at 3.5 ounces. It doesn't require you to make any changes to your rifle. You're just adding a flange connector, a female and male adapter, and a Delrin spacer to make up the difference. So everything remains the same on your rifle. It's rated up to 460 rolling, so long as it's an AR mil-spec lower, you're ready to go. We also make the Rabad for several other platforms. Our Rabad Mini is going to work on any chassis system that uses a buffer tube but doesn't require the internal components. So you've got storage for batteries. And our new Rabad pick rail is going to work on anything like an MPX or Sig Spear. It'll just allow you to take down your stock and reattach it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then you've also got the mag adapters, correct? That's kind of where you started
our
out,
tried and true, our mag adapters, our mag ads. They're going to fit in any AR-15 mil-spec lower. They'll index on your mag release. They lock in place with a Delrin spacer pushing against the wall of the mag well. And then there's going to be set screws to keep it from moving and rocking. It'll allow it to accept different popular pistol magazines. So we've got this guy with the Glock. It'll retain its last round hold open, and so long as you change out your upper for the corresponding caliber, you're ready to go. We also make it for the Beretta 92 series, the SIG 320, and the Smith & Wesson MP45.
Nice. Now, the one thing about this is it does change the manual of arms a little bit, right?
It does, yeah. So since it indexes on your mag release, it does bring your mag release down here. I like to grab it with my thumb on my opposite hand, so that way I can kind of keep my aim down sight, kind of reload that way. We do also make a flared mag well, so kind of help it with competition.
Right on.
But you can also use your index finger. I tend to have small hands, unfortunately, so it works. That works for me too. But yeah, it brings a little bit more of an ambidexterity to it. Yeah.
No, and that's cool. And I mean, I've worked with them a little bit, and it did take a second, but honestly, like you said, you can just use your thumb, and you're right there, so it works out really well, and it's fast and easy. That's awesome, man. And you guys have the triggers as well, right?
Yeah. So our triggers are going to be our two-stage. Our hybrid two-stage triggers, and these are going to be drop-in triggers. You can put it in any AR-15 mil-spec lower.
Nice.
It's going to be 2 and 4 pounds, but it does come with a spring to lower it down to 3.
Okay.
We recommend the 4-pound trigger because primarily 4 PCC, but you can use it for any caliber. Mm-hmm. We have 2 different offerings. Where our black nitrite's going to be at $137.99, and our nickel boron is going to be at $167.99.
Okay.
Bow Shield Arms here to talk about some of the products we have to offer today. Most of us are known for our metal mags. This is the S15, which is a metal mag for Glock 43X48. Gets your capacity up to 15 rounds. You can also get it with a +5 as seen here, which gets you up to 20 +1 in the chamber. New little product highlight today. We have a 43X that we have the grip chop in. We cut the grip height down to roughly the size of a 43. Why would you do that? You can take this little tiny magazine, put 10 rounds inside of it in a flush fit that is smaller than a 43. So 11 total rounds. And the way I carry it is right here with the 12 +1, 13 rounds, slightly smaller than a 43.
This is our Alpine bag. It's a stretch woven that we do. It's got HHH zipper on it. There's 3 of them in here. It's literally a gear storage bag with stretch. It's got a water resistance to it. It's not waterproof. We don't seam seal, but yeah. So we brought those. We got our bang bag here, which is this side carry Indiana Jones like satchel on the side. Mag shingle for the back, so you can store your 5.56 mags in the back. Molly attachment on the inside. There's 2 Nalgene pockets, so you can fit a Nalgene in there on either side, or just push them out of the way. They're made out of soft material, same as the bags. So, and it's got a magnetic top enclosure, and it locks in there. And then a little hang bag on there, and then this is our junk sack. So it's our concealed carry fanny pack, and the purpose of it was literally not to make a suitcase on the front. And here's how it works: simple thumb loop pull, grab, pull your pistol out, and then you're able to safely defend yourself with your junk sack. And then it's got a magnetic enclosure on top, and then it's got side Velcro just to clean it up on the ends, and you're back in business. So
that's really cool.
Yeah, so that's our junk
That's
sack.
cool. It's a low profile. I like that.
Yeah, it's real narrow. The whole purpose of it was honestly to make something for concealed carry that doesn't stand out, and you don't have a suitcase on the front of your hips. So we wanted it to be low profile. We're already concealed carry. Why don't we let's get a little bit less visible as far as tactical looking. Here's our soft goods line as well. It goes for the rest of the items too, other than the junk sack. Our soft goods line is Mountain Partisan. These are our split rigs. We worked to develop with First Special Forces Group and a couple other people in the industry that are looking for something low profile that would work, but also would be able to complement what they're currently using. So on the front here, we use these tubes from Out Gear. They're 45 degree turn on the top, and you can pop them open. So your split rig, you can put it on just like a coat, just like a jacket, so you swim your arms in. It's all made in-house right now in Big Fork, Montana. So everything that we do soft goods wise is made and manufactured in the U.S. We have to meet certain compliance as far as barrier compliance, but one of the big things that we wanted to touch on was U.S. manufacturing, so we do it in-house. So we have it in all these colors. So got God's Plaid, black, Coyote, multicam, and Ranger. So, yep. And then we have our slings down here. A little bit. These have been out for a while, a couple years now. It's got 2 stages here for retention, and then it's got an easy thumb loop adjustment.
Nice.
And once you stop, it locks in place, so it won't go anywhere. They're in multiple stores. They're around the U.S. They're in multiple units. They're different special forces operation groups are using them. And then we also have our belts. So do kind of a little bit of everything in soft goods, but that's us. That's what we do at Shield Arms and at Mountain Partisan. Come check us out.
Awesome. Where can people find more info about it?
You can go to Mountain Partisan for any of the soft goods items, and then you can also go to Shield Arms.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Yeah.